Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have some pretty interesting news coming out over here because we now finally have a huge brand new announcement coming out over here from PlayStation. Now, as you guys may or may not have had a chance to go and see, they did go and touch on this and announce this before, but now we're seeing official videos, gonna have all the details, price points, and all of that good stuff coming out here for the brand new PlayStation 5 hardware. Now, the one kind of big thing we're still waiting for, though, is it'd be very, very nice to go and see also updates to the PlayStation VR 2, but that's just me kind of saying that. But we have some cool stuff. Let me know if you guys are going to be picking this on up, and I'm going to give you guys my first thoughts and impressions on it, because I actually have been involved in some Pro controllers too as well in regards to the PlayStation 2. So if you guys are brand new, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. We have the $500 giveaway too with the Twitter and Twitch as I mentioned. And of course we have the Amazon links for the signups down below and the Target links to check your local stores. So in case you guys haven't had a chance to kind of go note or see what I'm even sitting here talking about, this is now the brand new PlayStation 5 Pro controller. This is the DualSense Edge wireless controller, which is for the PS5. So we have release dates and prices, so let's go do a little bit of a deep dive and talk about it. And like I said, let me know if you guys are going to try to go pick one up yourselves as of now. So we got a good old fancy PlayStation blog update, which is nice. I feel like we haven't seen a good one in a while. DualSense Edge wireless controller for the PS5 launches globally now on January 26th. So this is actually a little bit later than I thought it would. But at the same time, I guess it makes sense. They want to hype it up, mention it. I was probably assuming they'd want to do it right before the holidays to try to get those holiday sales. So they have the initial, first kind of thoughts and what they're kind of including on this. They'll do a bit more of a deep dive into it later on. But as you guys may or may not know, the Pro controller is Pro controller, for lack of better terms. So basically with this, they want to be able to make things interchangeable, make it more customizable, and off of first impression, I think that looks kind of snazzy. Maybe it's just the picture, because it obviously is, they probably paid professional photographers to make it look extremely nice and good and fancy and all that. But, at the end of the day, this is actually looks kind of nice, looks kind of good. I do like the idea that it does look a little bit sleeker in comparison to, the normal PlayStation 5 controller, although this has a cover on it. It does, you can see the differences. There's a little few things I can pop off and even notice just by staring at it too, such as the texture details over here on the touchpad. I feel like some of these actual details got updated too as well and look a little bit nicer as I have my controller in front of me, although they look kind of the same. It just looks maybe glossier, but it does look kind of nice. And you get a little carrying bag and a few other basically changeable things, and we'll go over to that right now. So the pre-orders as of right now will be beginning as of Tuesday, October 25th. So you will be able to go buy them very, very soon, as of next week. I just kind of still think that I'm surprised they're not just physically in stores and Walmart, Target, Best Buys, Amazons, or whatever, so you can give them for Christmas presents. But I guess pre-orders are maybe their trade-off for that. So today we're pleased to share that the DualSense Edge wireless controller, the first ever ultra customizable controller developed by PlayStation, will launch globally, so this will be everywhere if you're in the UK, Canada, whatever, on January 26th. But with high performance and personalization in mind, the DualSense Edge wireless controller for the PS5 invites you to craft your own unique gaming experiences through custom controls tailored to your play style. Here's a closer look on the DualSense Edge wireless controller features. So I'm going to go and show you guys up the video itself. I'll probably just have it muted though, just because they sometimes do have copyright, music to it as well when it comes to this one. So I don't want to get too, run up on that one, but I think it looks pretty nifty and pretty cool, although I hate whenever they have these end beds. There we go, now it looks fancy. So you guys can kind of go and see they have the swappable stick caps too, which is, right on the analog sticks. This is actually kind of a nice style to let you guys see all the features. But yeah, you guys can kind of see the control more up. So they have these nice swappable stick caps. So you guys press on that and allows you to change that. Replaceable stick modules too as well. On top of this too, as they're doing a little nice little God of War Ragnarok promo. We also might have a little bit of a Ragnarok thing later on in the channel, so be subscribed for that. And I think the big thing is the back buttons. So on a normal controller, we don't actually have any back buttons, as you guys are probably familiar with. But I actually have had a chance to have a few Pro controllers myself, custom body controllers. Let me go full cam here for a second. And this is actually probably one of the nicest features we've had a chance to see on higher end controllers. So this is like a $300 controller over here too I was sent a while ago that's custom made, custom modded. But one of the biggest things is it also does have the same back panels that's included on this. And I will go and tell you guys, like gripability wise, this is a game changer. And the fact that these back buttons will be available on these controllers, I think it's gonna be a very, very nice addition, especially for someone who has literally used them before and had them custom made already before the PlayStation 5. This will be a huge, huge improvement. Because, I mean, some folks might be like, why do I want to spend $75 versus $200 on a controller itself? If you guys are avid gamers, especially I'd probably say on the higher tier, let's say Twitch streamers, YouTubers, pro gamers, etc., I think that'll be a very nice added additional bonus. So you guys can see this over on the back side too as well. You guys can have some of these nice little additional customizable button mapping features, which I think is nice. As I mentioned, I have had a chance to utilize these before, my own separate pro controllers. Like, these are third party, but like, these are sick. Like, these are very, very useful. Now, is it worth an extra $130? That's kind of up to you to go and decide. Like, I mean, if you you're going to buy the PSVR, you're really into PlayStation games, maybe it's your day-to-day normal console you guys use, probably would be worth it, in my opinion. But as well, I'm more of a PC guy, so it's just more of like a bonus type of thing that I have a chance to use. But this is a very, very good, nice, nifty feature, and I'm very happy to see that this is like in proper controllers. So also have the adjustable trigger stops and dead zones too, which is also exactly a similar feature that I have in hand, and I just kind of give you guys more of my own thoughts on this. And maybe I should even make more of a dedicated video with this. This controller already does, like, this is not sponsoring like this, but it does have a similar thing where you could barely go and push down, and you guys can see that basically would go and trigger like the analog being pushed down, which is insanely good because the response time versus having to push it all the way fully down versus not is very, very nice. I think it's just a good feature nonetheless. So a lot of these controllers that these actually made over here are going to be also available on these, well, pro controllers. They also have the stick sensitivity and dead zones too, which are now tunable. Now that has led to a little bit of issues with potential Joy-Con drift. And I can always only agree on that one. It's always a little bit scary, but we also do have the normal adaptive feedback and triggers too, and obviously the branded cables with the connecting housing. Now, I like the idea of the connecting housing, mainly because I have a lot of cables over here in my gaming setup, you know, and all this type of stuff. So I do like the idea of a braided cable. That's always nice. All my cables are usually always braided, because if you guys don't want to splurge the extra $5, trust me, get your cables braided. It's like next level. They barely break as often. They don't go have issues as often. It's worth it. So this is at least like a nice, it's not like really that much more expensive, but it has at least been thought about too as well. I do like the housing too. That's kind of intriguing, but I mean, I'm not sure how many people really care about that or not. Now, as well, they also do have these quick swap to control profiles and settings, which I think is kind of cool too as well, which is on how adaptable and adjustable everything is with the controller itself. But as you guys can see through their actual video, plus with the carrying case too, like, it's actually not that bad. It was thought up about. I kind of like the idea of it, although this definitely does seem like more of a higher niche gaming experience. So if you're not someone who is like super into gaming or PlayStation, this may not be for you. But at the same time, if you're someone who is like a primarily PlayStation 5 gamer, this might be up for you guys. So the DualSense Edge wireless controller will be available for a recommended retail price of $200 USD, a little steep, but most other pro controllers have been around that range if you guys look at like Control Freaks or anything else, or around 200, like a little bit more on the pounds and euro side. The replaceable stick modules will be available globally on January 26th for a recommended retail price of just $20 as well. Pre-orders for the controller and replaceable stick modules will be available starting as early as next Tuesday. So as I mentioned, this next upcoming week, Tuesday, October 25th at select retailers. So if we have a chance to go and see any of them, I'll maybe send out a tweet or just let you guys know on YouTube or community post. So make sure you guys are following all three of those if you guys would want. The DualSense Edge wireless controller features a host of hardware and software-based personalization options, as we just showed you guys over there, including the button remapping, which is huge, the ability to fine-tune stick sensitivity. I think that's also huge and also very good for accessibility as well if you have a disability, and options to swap between multiple control profiles, sick, and on a unique on-controller user interface. It also sports the signature comfort and immersive features of the DualSense wireless controller, like haptic feedback and adaptive triggers, which we would be expecting. You can make the DualSense Edge wireless controller uniquely yours with the included 3 changeable sets of stick caps and 2 changeable sets of back buttons. Everything will come in bundle in the included carrying case, and you can even charge the controller via USB connection while it's even stored in the case too as well. So that's more so if you're like traveling or going to your friend's house or whatever. So all the things that are included on this is going to be the DualSense Edge wireless controller. You have the braided cable for the USB, 2 standard caps, 2 high dome caps, 2 low dome caps, 2 half dome back buttons, 2 lever back buttons, connector housing, and obviously the carrying case, which does look very, very nice and nifty in here. So stay tuned for pre-order details starting next week at your local retailers, and find out more as well on the PlayStation.com. So also they do have one from Direct itself. So Tuesday, October 25th, while supplies last, in the US, UK, France, Germany, Netherlands, and Belgium, and Luxembourg, the DualSense Edge wireless controller and replaceable stick modules will also be available for pre-order only through Direct.com, PlayStation Direct. So give me your thoughts. I think it's sick. I might want to consider buying one. Give me your thoughts down below, as well as make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on, as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway, Xbox giveaway, and $5 giveaway, Twitter and Twitch, Amazon links, and Target links down below. And I appreciate you guys all so much for watching in the first place.